Come on home, sugar. On the big screen, that's all I've seen. On my TV, that's all I need. For this crush, 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 for this crush. Don't even know me, it's alright. But can I say you're out of sight? Got a proposition for you. Hope in a month you'll say I do. We'll honeymoon on our own beach. While all we know is out of reach. Left 2 drinks to an embrace, and kisses all over the place. We're on the big screen, that's where we'll be. On their TV, for all to see. Nothing goes wrong. Cue the theme song. Perfect edits. Roll the credits for this crush, 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 for this crush. I was too young to understand, so wrapped up in my own world to take your hand. Missing all the clues you gave to me. Such a kid, so blind I couldn't see. Finally, when I didn't know, that's the same day you let me go. Should have taken your hand at the Mercury Park. Instead, tonight I'm lying awake alone in the dark. Hey, we'll see how she goes. You got me aching from my head to my toes, yeah. Hey, we'll see how it ends. Yes, we're see how she goes. See how she goes. She left me empty from my head to my toes. Yeah. Hey, we'll see how it ends. Guess we're just destined to be distant friends. Dear God, can you lend me an ear? There are a few things that I need you to hear. Thanks for the suffering all of us feel, and opinions on you that make nations kill. Thanks for the hate carried out in your name, but when it's called out, they say the devil's to blame. Thanks for abuse that's hidden behind walls, so when a kid screams, no one hears him call. I can only hope you're real, and I'd be put back in my place. So when we come eye to eye, I can't say I'll skew to your face. So paper thin, and anger that no mortal can keep within. Thanks for addiction and pain unto all, as our decaying families inevitably fall. Thanks for the children in the hospital, with Jesus the murderer hanging on the wall. Glory to thee who blessed them with illness, suffering until relief is called stillness. I can only wish you're real, and put back in my place. So when we come eye to eye, I can't say I'll skew to your face. If you're walking in the Spirit of God, if you're walking, it has to come out. Thanks for the darkness that is lit by hope, faith for the blind, the only way to cope. Thanks for the blessings of mental disease. We didn't even have to say the word please. For money and greed during famine or feast. For being molested by your baptized priest. Thanks for the fate of the nuclear war. Jesus, my God, what are you waiting for?
That's where that other drop is, and then 2 big old banks. That's dope. Sorry, dude. I'm out of here.